Thinking about going to beauty school? Well, here's 6 things you should know before you go. Number 1, the people that know everything don't actually know everything. So when I went to beauty school, I was very unknowledgeable about hair. I didn't know anything. Like, I literally was so embarrassing. In orientation, we had to write if we were left-handed or right-handed for shears, and I like looked at everybody and I was like, what are shears? And everybody was like, scissors. And I was just like, I knew that. I was just testing you. Of course I knew the most basic thing in hair, of course. So yeah, I was very insecure. I thought, you know, oh my god, everybody knows more than me, everybody's gonna judge me. And there's so many people in beauty school that like are so confident in it. They're like, I already know how to do this. I'm just here to get my license, but I'm already doing like Jennifer Aniston's hair outside of school. I'm killing it, girl. I'm already making millions. I'm just here to make it official. But now looking back, the people that talk the most like that are most likely the ones that are gonna drop out. They told us something in beauty school. They had us all in a classroom and they said, out of all of you, only like 1/3 of you is gonna graduate, and in 5 years, only 1 of you is still gonna be doing hair. And that is extremely true. I don't know many people that I went to school with that are still doing hair. I think I'm one of the few ones, and I've been out of school for 5 years now, so. One thing about this industry is you're always learning. Like, there's no way to know it all, because as soon as you master one skill, it's gonna go out of style and something completely new is gonna come and you're gonna have to learn that. So it's impossible to know everything. So don't listen to those people. Don't, you know, just ignore them, because like I said, I was really self-conscious. So I was like super intimidated by these people, and now I'm the only one that's still doing hair. Number 2, this one I really recommend, and that is to get as much information from your teachers as possible. It's gonna be hard because there's like a bajillion students and like not many teachers, but any chance you have to pick your teacher's brain, do it, because they've already been in the field. They already know stuff. They can teach you things that your peers can't. I had one teacher who unfortunately has passed now, but she really taught me a lot, and I would pick her brain. I would grab a color book and I'd go up to her and I'd just open it and I'd be like, help. She was very knowledgeable, and I was always trying to pick her brain. Unfortunately, she didn't come on until like I was at the end of my schooling, so I didn't get as much information from her as other students, but I tried to get as much as I could. Don't be afraid to ask them for help. That's literally their job, is to teach you, so don't feel bad about it. I can't tell you how many people I knew who didn't know what they were doing when they had a client and didn't want to bother going to ask a teacher, and then they just went for it and then they ruined it, and then they had to go to the teacher and then the teacher had to fix it. I was the opposite. I have so much anxiety. Someone could ask for the most basic thing ever. They could be like, could you just like comb my hair? And I would be like, you know, I'm gonna be right back, and like go get my teacher. Like, I'm sure my teachers hated me because like every 5 minutes I was like, hi, I need help. But yeah, use them for help. Don't be one of those people that just goes for it if you don't know what you're doing, because that's what you're gonna be dealing with when you're outside of school. There's nobody to help you when you're outside of school. So use your teachers while you can. Number 3, try to experiment as much as you can on your mannequins and your fellow students. Once you get out into the field, you don't get as much opportunity to experiment. And the best part about experimenting in school is you don't get in trouble for messing up. That's the main difference. Once you're out, like, people are paying more and there's not that liability that they signed beforehand. So now it's all on you. So experiment as much as you can in school. Try to get as many of your mistakes out of the way as you can in school. Obviously, you're still gonna make mistakes once you graduate and all that, but really, like, use that time in school to make mistakes so that you learn faster. That's the only way you learn in this industry, is by doing it. And it's the only time where you have access to color that you don't have to pay for. I mean, technically your tuition is paying for it, but you don't have to supply all the things. Beauty school supplies all of it, so use it to your advantage. I know a lot of schools are different and sometimes you have to pay for color. Like, my school had a moment where they did that. Still, you have a lot of supplies there. Just experiment. Just try to experiment as much as you can on your mannequins or on your friends, because you won't get that chance again without having to pay for it yourself, have the consequences of somebody not liking it and it being your income, or not knowing what you're doing. So yes, just experiment, go crazy. Number 4, Remember, don't bother buying the nice stuff while you're in beauty school, like nice clippers, nice scissors, none of that, because you're gonna lose most of them. I can't tell you how many things I had stolen from me in beauty school, or how many things I saw other people have stolen from them. So do not bring nice things to school unless you want to risk it getting stolen. We had lockers. Even when I put things away in lockers, my stuff still vanished. And the people who did buy nice things for school would be panicked whenever they couldn't find it. So I would really advise against that until you're out of school, or if you do, just use it at home, because things go missing like that in beauty school. And I can't even lie, I use people's things sometimes if I needed it. Like I look around, I need a straightener, mine's in my locker, I don't want to get it, and Sally next to me has a straightener on. Yeah, I'm using hers. I always try to put it back, but I'm not gonna lie, I ended up with 2 straighteners at the end of beauty school. Didn't mean to, I don't know how, but I did. So just try not to bring anything nice to school, because everything's just gonna get all over the place. People are gonna take it when you're not looking. I mean, if you really want to, go for it, but just a warning, people are going to use your things whether you like to or not. Number 5. So they told us this all the time in beauty school, and we would get mad about it, but it is true, and that is beauty school only teaches you the basics. When we went to beauty school, ombre and like balayage was starting to come in, and we were like, why aren't you teaching us ombre and balayage? We need to know that, because that's what's in. Why don't they teach us how to do extensions? Why don't they teach us how to do this? Why don't they teach us how to do that? We always wanted to know everything when we were in school. We want to know this, we want to know that, but really it is all about the basics, because that is what is important for state board. They also tell you that the majority of what you learn is going to be out in the field, and that is also extremely true. So just try to learn what you can. They're not going to be able to teach you everything, because it really is just the basics to get you started. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. They just kind of go and expect everything to be handed to them, and that's just not how it is. Like, I did not know how to do men's cuts when I left beauty school at all. That is something I think should have been taught, but we had an issue where we had a barbering program and then it got shut down halfway through, and we didn't really, it was just a whole thing. But I didn't know how to do men's haircuts when I got out of beauty school, and I had to learn on the job. So yeah, they're just gonna give you the basics, because there's so much to learn, and anything you want to know that's outside of that, you have to go and do your own. I mean, sure, there's probably some schools out there that teach that extra stuff, but don't expect to go in and just learn absolutely everything about hair, because you're not going to. I have been licensed for 5 years. It has been 7 years since I first went to beauty school, and I still don't know everything. So don't expect to come out of it just like a hair genius, because that's just not gonna happen. They give you the basics to get you started, and then everything from that point on is on you. Number 6. So one thing that was a little misleading about when I went to beauty school is the teachers always went on and on about how much money we're gonna make when we get out in the field, and how you're gonna do this, how you're gonna do that, all these things that you're gonna do when you get out of the hair industry. But I'm here to tell you right now, it is very hard to make money right out the gate. And that was something that I wasn't quite expecting, because they were telling us, you know, oh, you're gonna make so much money, you're gonna make so much money. And then I was like, I'm not making that much money. It's a lot. You have to learn about marketing, you have to learn about how to charge properly. Like, it's all these things, and I'm still trying to figure it out all these years later. So it's definitely hard. Don't let anybody tell you that it's easy, because it's not. Yes, some people get success right out the gate, but that is not the majority, and I will tell you that right now. This industry is hard. It is very brutal. You're gonna have blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of them. It takes a lot of work and a lot of learning to get ahead in this career. All right, you guys, that is all the things that I wish I had known before I went to beauty school, and now hopefully this will help you. Beauty school is a lot of work, and it can be very tiring, but if it's something you want to do, go ahead and go for it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. New videos every Thursday, sometimes Monday, depends on how lazy I am. Good luck to anybody that's gonna be going to beauty school or thinking about it, or is finishing beauty school or any of that. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.